Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Well, this was going to be an audio one, obviously, because it's a podcast. So, yeah, we've got 4 people on today, and I will introduce them. So we've got MAW0001.
Hello.
We've got Custom Broomstar.
Hi, and I'm so glad to be in the UK.
Rick's a Geek in it.
Yo, what's up, guys?
And Captain Cummings. I actually need to apologise to Rick because I actually called him Rich in my video. So yeah, sorry about that, mate.
No worries, man. I get that a lot.
It's when you call him Alice, he starts to get really angry.
Nice. Okay, so topics for this week, we've got prices of comic books, and then just general what everyone's reading, how you think things are going along. So yeah, so kick off about the prices of things. I don't know if anyone's got any thoughts or.
Things are too damn expensive nowadays.
Yeah, and they keep on getting more expensive.
Do you guys remember back in the mid to late 80s when comics made that humongous jump from like, it was like they were all over. They were like a buck something to like $1.75, but then all of a sudden some of them were like $4.50 and $5. You guys remember all that?
Yeah, that was mad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm joking. I wasn't even born.
They they lost a lot of people, I remember, in the 80s because of that. And I don't even know why that happened, other than that's when they started pulling comics from like variety stores and all that kind of stuff. You never got discounts. Like if you owned a variety store, you used to get comics in, but then at the end of the month, if they didn't sell, you could like send them back and get a discount. But they stopped doing that in the 80s. So whatever you got in, you paid for, and there were no discounts. You got stuck with whatever didn't sell. So I think they started jacking the prices of everything back then, and people were just going nuts.
Talk about inflation.
Yeah.
Wasn't that around about the time they started changing the type of paper they use as well to that Baxter paper and it all?
Yeah, the Baxter paper, right. And that was a huge... Those books are great. I mean, they've lasted a long time, but wow.
Really expensive.
Yeah.
I had a couple of comic book stores here mentioned. We had a discussion about that not too long ago. And they were losing customers. So what they would do, every new comic book that you would buy that came out, they would throw in 2 back issues, like from the dollar bin or 50-cent bin. They would throw in, 2, maybe sometimes 3 comic books, kind of to adjust the price for its customers. But yeah, it was a big hit to some small comic book stores, especially here in Arizona, around that time.
That would have been a really good idea to do that. Throw in a couple of back issues. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I mean, we're just hovering at the $2.99, $3.99 kind of price range. But I know, Jay, you were saying that with the digital copies and everything, it's a little bit different between Marvel and DC, right?
Yeah, because they generally, the normal issues without the digital copy for DC are $3, and then the digital ones are $4, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, Marvel is $4, but you just don't have a choice of not having a digital copy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you've got the stuff, I mean, I've got a little iPod I could read them on, but I just don't, and I don't really want to pay the extra if I don't use it. But
it doesn't feel the same having a digital copy in your hands.
no.
Oh, I agree.
Like, what's the difference between the $2.99 and the $3.99 value of the comic? Why is there a difference? Is it how much they're paying the artists and the writers, or that's what I don't.
Usually, it comes down to how many pages. The $3.99 generally do have an extra couple of pages in it, but not all the time. Sometimes they don't. So, you know, I know with annuals and stuff like that, they always juice you for usually around $5, but you get way more material though.
Well, I know they said with the Batman, with the Night of the Owls or Court of the Owls crossover they're doing.
Yes.
With Batman, they increased the price to $3.99 because they've got the backup story on there. But once this Court of Owls or whatever the crossover's called, once that finishes, they're keeping Batman at $3.99. They're not dropping the price down like they said they were going to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What do you guys think about having to pay more for backup stories? Personally, I think it's complete crap because normally I've yet to read a backup story in a comic that didn't kind of suck, really. I mean,
Yeah.
and it's certainly not, certainly not worth the extra money. And like you said, Mark, if they're going to drop it after that run's over, and then, you know, they're going to keep the price, and what are you getting for it?
yeah, not a lot.
You know what? In that scenario, I think it's kind of smart for the publisher to do that, because I feel when I read those backup issues or those second stories, I feel it's kind of like a feeler for the publisher. For example, Shazam. I'm pretty sure if they came out with a Shazam comic book just straight out, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't sell a lot of comics. But including it into the back of another comic book, another story, it forces the reader to buy it and then plus read it and see if they like it. If the sales seem to not increase, I'm pretty sure DC won't say, oh, well, the sales haven't increased, we won't make a Shazam story. So I'm assuming they're probably doing that. It would be smart if they did. But I agree with most of you out there that, I don't really like them. They're okay, but still it's like, okay, it makes sense. They don't want to publish a comic book. They want to see how people react to it. So it kind of makes sense.
Well, I think it's a twofold thing that they're doing, too. It does act as a Nielsen rating, sort of, to find out what the general population is thinking about, whether or not, they're getting a good feedback to something that they want to put out maybe in the mainstream market, like as an ongoing title. But they also generally use up-and-coming artists or guys who've been kind of kicking around the bullpen for a couple of years who've not had any kind of major writing or art, credits for a while. So I do like that aspect of it because I really think that it's really good for those guys that are up and coming to get a shot to do something. That's how guys like Mike Norton, they cut their teeth on that kind of stuff, and it's great for those guys to get a shot to do something,
Yeah.
Do you remember a comic series called New Talent Showcase from DC Comics?
Oh, great series.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought it would have been better to do something like that with new upcoming artists and writers and that. Just have a whole comic where you've got brand new writers and artists coming up, and you just give them their own comic and say, there you go, do what you want to do. Create your own stories and draw your own comics, and we'll see how you go. And every 4 issues, or so many issues, they change the artist and writer.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great to see them do something like that again. That'd be awesome.
Well, especially if it's all new artists and writers every time. I mean, it'd be awesome.
I don't know if anyone watches Pete's Basement, but they're doing a thing with that. Basically, they've got 150 pages, just a clean book, and every artist is going to do his own page, and they're passing it round.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's an awesome idea. And then they got to pick up from the storyline and everything, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could just be totally random, could change different things and different artwork.
There's Chinese
Kind of
writers.
like what Avengers versus X-Men is doing right now.
Yeah, but in that one, I don't think anybody's got a clue what's going on.
I think secretly, I think Grant Morrison is writing it, but nobody knows that.
Okay then.
The Tome actually is that's what it's called. The apparently, the tone, so.
No, that sounds like a really good idea.
Just trying to find the website. So I can link it all.
Marvel's been doing a lot lately, though, with, you'll show up at your store, and they'll have, like, free reprints of, like, books that they did, or, like, the preview book that they put out this week. Just like, cool. I mean, it's not really that cool, but it's still pretty cool you get something for free. I mean...
Yeah. It's always good when you get something for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, free's awesome. I love free. I went into a clinic once because it was free, but I didn't read the fine print, and I almost got a lobotomy, so I got out of there.
And they let you out?
Yeah, they did. That was the amazing part. Did you guys see that they're doing, sorry, I just kind of thought about this. You know how they had the Punisher kills the Marvel Universe? Did you see they're doing a Deadpool one like that?
Oh,
yeah.
It's like a 4-part.
That sounds like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun, I'm sure. Those books are fun.
Is it going to be free, his power disappearing thing, or...
I don't know.
Because he doesn't have a healing factor anymore.
I think it's probably like supposed to take place like in I don't know, probably an alternate universe or something. So he can probably be healed, I'm sure.
Is it going to be anything like Fred Hembeck?
It's going to be about the same storyline, guys. The same storyline that it's currently in. You know how they're a zombie type race that's being some type of infection.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's how the Punisher was, and then it jumped over to the Wolverine. And if I remember correctly, Deadpool, I don't know if Deadpool was infected, but his healing power was kind of regenerating it himself. I don't remember. I gotta go back and read those issues, but I thought it was a really nice storyline, because I guess I'm into zombies and all.
Yeah. Mark, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you reckon it's going to be anything like Fred Hembeck destroys the Marvel Universe?
It might be a little bit better than that.
Oh.
Do I remember you saying that you liked the Muppets?
I did a really bad impersonation of the Swedish Chef on one of my videos, if that counts.
Okay. I can't remember if it was you or who it was, but I remember somebody was talking about a Muppet book, and I guess that they're doing like a 4-part Muppets book or something like that, Disney's doing it, I guess. And I had never heard about it, and I looked the solicits up, and it looks, and I mean, I'm not being facetious when I say this, but it looks like, it isn't, but it looks like Alex Ross did the cover. It's awesome. It's got all these Muppets, but they look just incredible.
Is that the Muppets 4 Seasons?
Yeah, that's what it is. 4 Seasons. I couldn't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've seen any of the covers, but they look like Alex Ross did them. I was just like, oh, that's awesome.
That'd be pretty cool. Alex Ross did the Muppets.
Yeah. I think he needs to branch out and do some different stuff, Muppets would be great.
The Herculoids?
Well, it's well good. Just Googled it.
Don't even go there, man. Oh, I love the Herculoids.
There you go. We'll have to petition Alex Ross to do the Herculoids.
Yeah. Then he could sell the original for $500,000 or something. On the podcast last night, we were talking about there's a couple of new series coming out that are ongoing. One of them is Hawkeye.
Oh.
And I don't know, I don't mean to, rant about it again, but I don't know if you guys have seen any of the interior art from that comic. I think he was in a horrible accident which crippled his hands, and he's still trying to draw it. Like, oh,
I was looking at it in the previews today.
What'd you think?
Yeah, the cover. I love the cover.
Yeah.
But the inside's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the big thing nowadays is they get a good artist to do the cover, which is a long book, and they got the garbage guy doing the inside prints. You're like,
yeah. I like the old days when the guy who did the cover did the same, he did the inside too. That used to be the way it was, right?
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that Kirby actually hated doing covers because it didn't have anything to do with the story.
Yeah.
But his always looked fantastic, though.
Oh, didn't matter what Kirby did, it was good. Now, I'd like to see him draw the Muppets. I mean, come on. Imagine how incredible the Muppets would be if Jack Kirby drew them. Good God.
Wow.
Hey, did you watch that interview I sent to you earlier this morning?
Yeah, it was really good. It was.
I love it when he talked about computers. Like, he was so. It sounded like he was so fascinated with them.
Yeah. He was from a different time, though. Like he was like an old. Whenever I watch anything about Jack Kirby, it's just like watching somebody's grandpa talking about stuff. He's very knowledgeable, but then at the same time, he was such a family-oriented guy, and he just, I don't know. I get sad every time I think about him, how he's treated. Damn that Stanley.
So, go on, sir.
No, I was going to say, have you seen the new Stan Lee documentary with Great Powers?
No.
No,
you haven't.
Oh,
there's a new documentary about him on DVD, I think.
Have you seen it?
Anything on YouTube?
There might be a few trailers and a few bits and pieces in that, but it's not too bad. It goes in the whole of his past and when he joined the army and right up to now.
Nice.
Pretty interesting to watch.
Wasn't he like a journalist in the army or something like that, though?
Something like that. Yeah, he did something with creative writing sort of thing. I can't remember what his actual was.
He drew comic books for the army.
No, he probably ripped off everybody else's idea. You say you have an idea for a comic? Oh, that's interesting. Tell me more. Then he sends them to the front lines for a bullet.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that. He's not that bad of a guy, obviously.
That'd be scary though if Stanley was like that.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. Yes, people come into the executive office and he gets ideas and he dumps them down like a shaft into like acid and piranhas and stuff.
It's like, imagine him signing at a Comic Con. It's just like, someone's got one autograph and they ask for another and he's like, one autograph!
Yeah.
Bullet in the head.
Puts them out back on a big pile. Well, I remember when Doc and Howlett was going to see him, and I said to him, like, he thought for some reason that, the autographs were going to be, like, really cheap and stuff, and I said, look, man, when he was here, it was, like, astronomical. Like, they were minimum $40 a book, and if you got him to sign 2, then it would have been a complete miracle that he would do more than 1. And I don't think he believed me, but then when he got there, it was even crazier than that. Like, they were just flabbergasted at how much money, he must make so much money at those things. I know that the convention place gets a cut of that money and everything, but my God, man, can you imagine in a day?
Yeah.
Everybody wants a little piece of him. He's like the idol in comics.
I don't want his autograph. I have this obsession with stealing his glasses for some reason. If I ever see him, he's going down, and I'm getting them suckers.
You never see him without them now, though, do you?
No, and they're so, I don't know, they're just, I'm drawn to you could play like billiards with those things and you could see from every angle, no matter where you were on that table, like.
I'd get a pair of replica ones for Christmas.
Oh, that would be awesome. Does anybody have, like anything signed by Stan Lee?
No.
Can't afford it.
I only have one thing.
Only one.
And what are the rest of us?
What do you got?
That Iron Man #1.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
And the thing that sucks too, me and my daughter, when we met Stan Lee, we took a picture with him. Nice paid picture. All three of us were in it. And, we'd usually have to wait, a couple of hours for us to receive our photos.
Mm-hmm.
So, when the time was up, we went to go get our photos, and we were one of the lucky ones that actually got duplicates.
Oh, nice.
Normally, I think it was like maybe 60 or $70 for a photo, and there was only one photo, but they were stuck together. You had to get peeled right off, and then there were two. So, I would say maybe about 7 months later, I was cleaning my room, getting rid of stuff, and I accidentally threw them away. They were inside a magazine, apparently.
Oh, no.
Cleaned out my whole entire house and room, threw them away. I didn't notice until 2 days later. I'm like, where? Because I wanted to get a frame for them. They were nice, I believe 8x10 photos. They're gone. I can't find them.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
I only have a small little picture which I put up on my Facebook page. It's like a little small, I don't know, like 3x4 that I did a scan of, and that's it. That's all I have. And I'm still upset this day at myself, but.
Can you retrieve that scan and like blow it up and like print another one off maybe?
I checked my laptop. I don't have any pictures saved, but I'm pretty sure I can. But I would need to scrub my hard drive. I would need to run like some type of application so it can search for all the millions of photos that I had on here.
Yeah.
So it would probably take days or weeks, and then I have to go through each one to find it because I don't even remember what I named the scan.
Oh, it'd be worth it though, man.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, Stanley, I remember sitting in line for him. I took like maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours sitting in line. There were just tons of people.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I can't do.
I can't stay in line for 2 minutes, let alone 2
No,
hours.
I can't either. I don't have that constitution for that kind of stuff. Because people around you want to talk to you, and I am sociable, but I'm not sociable when it comes to people that I don't know, that I don't have any interest in talking to, that are like all dressed up like friggin' Pokemon or something. I just can't do it. Yeah, you liking the convention? I'm like, just shut up.
You're gonna get a letter.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get an email. No. I'll be surprised if I don't get no emails from last night. I don't know why. Everything that came out of my mouth last night was pretty negative. And it was did you guys find that this was kind of a crappy week for comics though?
There was only one book that I two. Popeye and Earth 2 were the only two books that, and it's weird that it was a DC comic that I actually enjoyed.
I mean, it wasn't totally bad, but it just seemed like kind of a ho-hum week, I guess.
Well, Marvel kind of just, stuck some poop right in your mouth. with their Avengers event.
Yeah, that's gonna go down in history right there, I think, for a while. I have a question about the new Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. Okay, does anybody understand at what point she became Chinese? Have you seen the pictures of the new Captain Marvel? No. And I'm not even goofing around. She looks Asian.
Let me see.
I'm just mad they put clothes on her.
Everyone goes to Google. I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
I love Captain Marvel. I think she's awesome. I've always loved her. I loved her the most when she was, remember when she was binary back in the X-Men?
Yeah.
I really liked her then.
The white and the red.
Yeah, and she had like the fire hair, and she just looks really, I don't know.
Who was it that drew those pictures?
Oh, jeez.
Anybody see?
Dexter Soy.
So,
sorry, why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Maybe he's sees everything through the eyes of his ancestors. Who knows? Well, no. All the covers were done by Ed McGuinness. What the hell? What? Wow, that's, I don't know. Anyway.
It's not just me, is it? But that new outfit does look like the old Miracle Man, Marvel Man outfit, doesn't it?
That's exactly what that looks like.
Isn't it? I thought it was just me. Yeah.
You're right, it does. It looks exactly like that. Jeez. And what's with that hair? That's some funky looking hair too. It's like they couldn't decide if they wanted to give her a mohawk or a mullet. Yeah.
Serious Grace Jones things from me.
It's a mohullet.
Well, in other pictures that I've seen, she just has short hair. You know?
Yeah.
Damn. Like, why? I don't understand at all. Why?
Yeah, exactly. Why? Just why? Should be a new comic out that's just called Why, and it just fan submits all the stuff that fans send in. It would just be like, it would be 200 pages every week. You know, it'd be $3.99, and you would be rich. I'm telling you, just why. We call it just why.
Just why.
It's got legs wrong with it.
I'm afraid I can't actually comment on this week's comics because thanks to our Diamond Jubilee, all the comics were a day late, so I haven't got them yet. Thanks to the Royal Mail. So.
Oh, what's going on with the Diamond Jubilee? That is Queen Elizabeth's,
60 years on the throne.
Yeah, 60 years.
60 years, wow.
I know. 60 years on the throne. You would have thought somebody would have given her a laxative by now.
Oh, man. See, I love royalty jokes, especially when it's by somebody who lives there. That's awesome. Oh, man.
I may go to the tower after this, so I may not see you after that.
You'll see your hands poked out from the little arrow holes in the top of the... Send comics! Oh, man.
Yeah, not a file in a cake, comics in a cake.
Yeah, comics in a cake. I have some to read and some to wipe my bum with later. Just send you copies of A versus X.
Yeah. Oh man, there's a picture of somebody that actually looks like the new cat.
Susan Powder, the chick that used to do those commercials, those infomercials. Stop the madness. Remember her? Oh, I'm old, jeez. Oh, just quickly, Rick, I just wanted to really thank you for the info on those Mylar bags and stuff. I am going to get them through that site.
Oh, yeah.
The E. Gerber or whatever it was.
Yup,
Yeah, because they're the cheapest anywhere. I just have to get a hold of them to see, whether or not they ship to Canada, but I'm sure they must.
Yeah, I usually send them an email, and they get back to me within 1 or 2 days. I try to send them emails like during early morning,
Mm-hmm.
They usually get back to me the next day. It's some older gentleman that runs the site. I talked to him quite a bit, and yeah, I mean, I've had no problems at all with him at all.
Yeah, great prices too, though. Wow.
Yes.
Like 60-something bucks for like 200 of them or something like that. That's a good deal.
Yeah, that's directly from the manufacturer. A lot of people that I talk to, even store owners here in comic book stores, they get kind of, neglected, and they're like, wow, yeah, you can order from them, but, we can get it to you for the almost the same price. It's like, yeah, I know, but I'd rather save $10,
Yeah, exactly.
$10 is a lot of money, really. I mean,
it's 2 Marvel comics with a digital comic inside it.
Well, I decided I'm going to rebag and board all my stuff, but I want to use Mylar, so it's going to take quite a while, quite a bit of money too, but still, it's worth it.
I was thinking about that too. I mean, yeah.
I figure if I buy like 200 every month, then until I die, I might almost be done.
It'll be freshly preserved for life.
Yeah. Just enough to line the coffin.
How many comics do you guys think you have currently in your house?
Well,
1,700.
I got close to...
What did that call it?
I got close to 45,000 now.
Holy moly!
I had about 40,000 last year, and I know I got about 45, maybe a little more now. So I'm trying to cut down. That's not working.
Did you ever do a video showing all your comic books in boxes? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I got like 3 rooms in the house that are all just books and stuff, so I go from room to room with the video, so probably I've shown them all, but just not in one video.
Wow. You should make like a comic book house and live inside it.
It's funny, my wife says it is.
Oh, the long box stacked up.
I was just going to say, that makes my 15,000 look like nothing.
That makes my 600 look like nothing.
I think I would have about 65.
Well, you know what the really sad thing is, though? I collected when I was a kid, from maybe the age of 6 and on and off until I was maybe, let's say, 21. I moved out of the house. I had to sell everything to, for rent and stuff, and I only had 2 long boxes anyways after all that time. I only got, and this is the sad thing, I only got back into collecting into the end of 2007. So I got all that in 5 years, which is pretty sad, really.
Wow. Oh, that's not good.
But I wanted to get everything I had. I mean, do you guys know what that's like? You had something and then you decide, I want to get that again. But you can't just get that again. You have to get everything around that again, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I know I had a complete set of a more Swamp Thing, and for some unknown reason I decided I needed to sell it.
Oh, wow.
And I had this big purge about 10 years ago where I didn't have enough room, so I had to get rid of a load of comics, and for some unknown reason, Alan Moore Swamp Thing and my Watchmen comics were some of the ones that went.
Oh, crap, man. Now, did you get those over again?
I've nearly got a complete set of Alan Moore Swamp Things now, and I'm only missing issue 6 of Watchmen. So not too bad, but then they're not in mint condition though. None of them in mint condition now. When I got rid of them, they were in near mint condition.
Well, we'll make everybody here will make sure that we keep our eyes open for number 6, and we'll get one to you if we see it.
Oh, okay.
So we'll make sure it's a shitty copy. We don't want to give you a near mint one. That'll throw your collection out.
that'll make the other issues feel bad.
Yeah.
Talking about Watchmen, actually, I'm watching the complete set at the moment. It's going to end in a couple of hours. Currently at £65, that's about, what, $100?
Yeah, that's about right. That's what they've been going for the last 2 years, actually. They haven't really gone too much lower or higher than that. But I know a guy from Chicago who, when the movie was coming out, he sold his for $265.
Oh.
That was quite a bit.
They did go a bit crazy when the movie was coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm. Oh. So.
Yeah. Oh, stop. Hello. There you go.
What happened?
It come up with you asked for online.
Oh,
friendship.
okay. Yeah. Jeez, I did that like 20 minutes ago.
Time delay, satellites and everything.
Yeah.
So what are you guys looking forward to in the next couple of months that's coming out? Anything, if you've seen what's coming out, that is?
I think that Spider-Man book might be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that's going to be good. I'm so happy that, this is going to be the 50th 50th anniversary of Spider-Man, so I'm looking forward to, I know a lot of people are poo-pooing it. They did last night on me, but I stay strong in my beliefs. I love Spider-Man, and they're going to be doing some .1 and .2 issues from old runs, like Peter Parker's Spider-Man and Sensational Spider-Man and Web of Spider-Man. So I'm looking forward to getting those and like putting them in the back of my complete runs, and saying, oh, they put another one out. I'm looking forward to that.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
The .1s and .2s for Spider-Man, that does look really cool.
Yeah. And the Before Watchmen, I didn't know how I felt about that, and then when that first Minutemen came out, oh my god, I loved it so much. There were so many homages to Watchmen in it. Like I was saying last night, even like the framing of some of the panels were exactly the same. It's just, I really enjoyed it, so I'm really looking forward to those books.
Oh, I can't wait for that to arrive.
I actually read a copy of Before Watchmen, Minutemen #1. And
did you like
it?
It
Was alright. It was okay.
Ooh.
It's definitely not Watchmen, but it's I think everything's going to hinge on the visual of it. Darwin Cook is Darwin Cook. If people don't like his stuff, then But it's I don't know. It's interesting. It's kind of neat to be able to kind of have a glimpse maybe back into the past to see what some of these guys are about.
Yeah. I do like Darwin Cook, and his artwork's really nice, and his writing style's really good, very noir. But I don't know, I'm still on the fence with this one.
Oh, I've got something we can talk about that people may or may not like. Earth 2 #1, sorry.
Ooh.
I know what Mark thinks about this.
What was we saying about toilet paper again?
There you go.
Come on, don't hold back. Tell us what you really think.
You've got a bleep machine.
Yeah.
I really like that book.
Now, is that the title that had the new gay character Allenstadt in it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's funny because, has anybody else read it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, they're on like a train, right? And then like it blows up, and I was like, wow, they killed him. They brought the gay character out and blew him up in the train. This says to be continued. You're like, wow.
I will give them this though. At least they kept the train in the Green Lantern's origin.
Oh, that was his actual origin, was the train and that whole scene.
Yeah, he had a Green Lantern. He was something to do. He was a train driver, I think, or he was a train engineer or something like that. And the train blew up.
What I want to know is his weakness still wood? But I'm sorry, that was bad.
I like the flash in this him getting better.
You're fading out on us, Phil.
It was cool. Like, he stops and he, like, tears up some farmland, and he's like, whoa. And he beats up some guys, and, you know. I didn't like the way he looks, though. I showed this. You know, because I like the way Flash originally looked. You know,
I'm still not quite sure about his new origin, though. With the sort of getting the powers from Hermes, I'm still not too sure whether I like that or not. What was wrong with hard water?
I don't know.
Is that basically what they're doing with all those characters? Is they're like revamping their origins, like totally?
I think they're getting all their
yeah.
powers from God, isn't it? That's what's going on.
Yeah, looks like
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm so out of the loop with the DC stuff now because I dropped everything, so I don't really know what they're doing. Except for the Dial H for Hero, I'm getting that.
Is that one of those multi-story books where they got like 3 stories?
No, it's just one story, but the guy, every time he goes into the phone booth and he dials a number, he turns into like a new kind of a superhero. Some of them are like completely ridiculous, but it's a good book. I finally saw the solicits for Hoax Hunter #2. Finally, I thought they put that first issue out like a couple of months ago, and then I thought they just dropped it or something. But I see that there is a second one coming out. I'm excited about that. Anybody reading that?
I
picked up the first
heard of it.
I picked up number 0 of that. It looked pretty good. So
Yeah.
I'll probably pick up number 1.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen the offensive covers for Dicks?
Oh, only because Mark showed him on his video.
Very quickly.
Yeah, very quickly.
I was looking through a website on all the different ones, and if you come across issue 5, oh dear.
You're quite rude.
You can't show that one on camera.
I will.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
don't care.
I look forward to Mark showing them because I don't usually get to see him until I'm like, I know Mark will show it.
I don't care. I'll show anything. Well, within reason.
Only if you pay me.
I think I've got a complete series of that, actually.
I missed out on those. I didn't get any of those. I was gonna, and then #2 came out, and I asked my guy if he could give me #1, and he said there was no chance. So I said, never mind.
They've been going for years.
Oh, have they really?
Yeah, 1992, I think it was, the first one come out. Was it Comico?
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Company called Comico, yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Well, that would be really hard, probably, then, to get all the back issues, eh?
So you asked your comic guy, hey, can you get me issue 1?
Yeah, he's like, no, there's no chance. I thought I was a complete idiot for asking him that.
That's so funny.
Has anybody read the that Sandman series, like the complete Sandman series, that Neil Gaiman? Has anybody read those?
No, I want to pick up the trade paperback though. First one.
I've got near enough a complete set of them.
What are they pretty good? Because I'm thinking about buying those big, huge hard copy sets because I want to read them all, but I want to read them all like in a set or something.
Yeah, I think they're pretty good. If you ever read any Neil Gaiman stuff before, any of his books or anything?
Yeah, I love his writing's incredible, but I'm not familiar with any of the Sandman stuff at all. So
it's very good, very good, very like gothic.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's really good, really good. If you like Neil Gaiman's books, you'll definitely like Sandman, without a doubt.
Oh, okay, cool. The only character that I'm a little familiar with is Death, because she's been in some other stuff too. And the original Sandman was actually was a DC character from like the 70s that Jack Kirby did. Like there was a 6-issue Sandman series, but that character has like nothing to do with the Gaiman one, really. So, I mean, it's based on it. It's based on it loosely, but not too much.
Yeah. I mean, they did bring the 70s Sandman in there at the end.
Oh, did they?
So I think, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
What was it? Did you remember the Infinity Inc?
Yes.
You had, was it the guy that was Hawkman's son? The Silver Scarab, was it? Or?
Oh, yeah, I remember him, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember this now. And he had, was it, his wife was Fury, was it?
I don't remember
Fury?
that. Infinity Inc. a long time ago.
Yeah, I know, I'm trying to remember it now. But, yeah, they had at the end of the series, actually I better not tell you that because you ain't read it, have you?
No.
But they bring out another series, of Sandman, well, to tie into the Sandman comics, and they're in that sort of thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, those sound good. I think maybe I'll try those out.
I'll put you a link in the Skype chat, which gives you if you like, you can click on the picture of the cover, and it gives you like half of the book.
Oh, okay.
As a preview.
I bet you everybody is probably chomping at the bit to get that next issue of Frankenstein Alive, eh?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What an incredible comic that was.
I had the first one in my hands, and I really wanted to buy it. For some reason, I put it back down on the shelf and walked away from it.
Oh, really?
I need somebody to punch me in the face for that, because that was probably the stupidest thing.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know. I don't know if that. I haven't even seen that back out. Like, I don't know if they're going to do second printings of that or what.
Hope so, because I don't know if you read it. Unfortunately.
Oh, you didn't pick that up either when it came out?
Oh.
I put mine back too, and then when I bought my books, he said, "Didn't you get Frankenstein?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." So I don't know. Maybe it's one of those books that they put a hex on or something, so people put it back and can't get it or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's because it had Steve Knowles on it.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why I even knew it came out, it seems like every book that's like really good that I have no idea that comes out, the only reason why I find out about it is because of Ghost Critic. He'll be raving about it.
Like Saga.
Like Saga?
Yeah, Saga was like
blew my mind. I didn't even know about it.
I got home and watched his video, and I had pre-ordered that, and I'm like, how did these guys get it and we didn't get it? I thought maybe you guys over, like in the UK, got them before we did. And then I looked at the sheets and the previews, and it was supposed to be out. So I phoned my guy. He's like, "Oh, I had to put them behind the counter." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, it's like gonna be huge." And I'm like, "Why?" So I had no idea.
Saga Mayhem. I asked my comic guy, and he just laughed at me. You want Saga?
Then he spits on you.
Get out of my face.
Saga for you?
I managed to pick up 2 copies.
Nice.
2 copies. Our store only got 10 of them. And he was like, he told me, he goes, yeah, I had to sell my copy to somebody else.
That's why I could never own a comic book store. Because I'd have more stuff than anybody, and I'd be broke. I would be selling my copies to anybody. I'd be stealing theirs out of the box. Sorry, we didn't get any Saga this week.
1 in 500
on eBay for $20 a piece.
Yeah. We're just gonna have mine for $50, I guess.
And your firstborn.
Yeah. He's gotta work at the shop for his first 20 years. In the basement, bagging and boarding.
You wouldn't be using those expensive Mylar bags in your store, would you?
Heck no, I'd be using those Ziploc baggy ones that you can get.
Saran wrap.
Old piece of wood from the woodpile for a backboard and saran wrap.
That's just hilarious little picture of you with a whip and some poor kid saran wrapping comics and you whipping them and sitting on the table.
Faster. Not gonna get any rice if you don't work faster.
And you're like, he's like, why are we wrapping Avengers versus X-Men number 5?
Someone should draw that up. You should get someone to draw it, and to draw it. I've just found Frankenstein Alive on eBay. There's only one seller that's selling it. And he's got 3 left, and I've just bought one.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Good price?
$3.75, so that's, I don't know how much it is, about $5.
Oh, that's alright.
Probably with like $3 shipping or something.
Now go and see if you can find Saga 1. First print.
Yeah.
I'll have a look.
Under 20.
I managed to get the, I got a 3rd. But.
And after you find that, see if you can find some hen's teeth as well.
The Walking Dead first print number 1. I remember when that came out and I looked at it and I was like, that looks stupid. Now I'm just kicking myself in the arse for not picking that.
Should have bought like 10 of them.
Same with like Chew number 1. I saw like, I probably pawed through 20 of those and I'm like, that looks dumb. Now I just friggin' buy everything. I'm like, I go in, first issue, then this, I buy it all. Why not?
Well, you can never go wrong with the first issue. I mean...
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, there's horrible first issues out there, but I buy them because you never know, right? And that's how they make their money, is on stupid schmucks like me buying every issue. But Image... Yeah. But Image is really, like, Image has got a lot of new stuff coming out, and I haven't bought anything that I did not like. They are just, they're kicking Marvel and DC's butt, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Image is definitely on a roll at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Are you getting, sorry.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, Mark, are you getting Epic Kill?
Oh, I love the cover.
Yes, I've got the first issue of that.
Yeah, the second one just came out, and it's really good. It really reminds me of like an Elektra type story.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what it reminded. I kept on thinking it was like X-23 or something, but now you said Elektra, I can definitely see it, yeah.
Yeah, it keeps kind of...
Trade.
I don't know if they'll put that in trade, man. Image doesn't do a lot of trades, do they?
No, not actually, no.
I might be wrong, but I don't know.
Well, they don't seem to put a lot of their miniseries in.
I'm glad I know that now.
Yeah. He's like, wait, it's been 6 years and I've never seen that trade yet.
The only thing I can think of is Walking Dead.
If they didn't put those on trade, they'd be... I'm sure they're all driving Ferraris because of the Walking Dead trade.
Yeah.
Hey, that C2E2 variant cover of Saga #1. They got one here that's signed by, or no, it's not signed. It's CGC'd at 9.8. It's only $330 on eBay.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
I just found first edition, first printing rather, for $23. Well, there's a signed one, which is, let's just work this out, $47.
That's not too bad, but that's still a bit. I got a bunch of other Fiona Staples stuff, and I didn't even know. I mean, as sad as that is, I didn't really know who she was until Saga. But then I went back into my collection, and I showed the Mystery Society series on one of my last, one of my older comic hall ones or whatever, and that little 5-part series was like bloody awesome. And then she did a series called North 40, which I always think of you, Mark. Have you read that at all?
What was that?
North 40?
40? No, I haven't.
It's Fiona Staples. I don't know who wrote it, but that's one of those right up your alley miniseries. It's about a town that kind of gets possessed by monsters. They start turning into monsters, and it's just wild. There's a part where there's this girl who flies down. She's got wings, and she looks like a harpy, and she goes, "I just ate my brother."
Oh, cool.
I was like, oh, that's classic. She's crying. I hate my brother. Oh, I was like, no.
Brilliant. Is that by Wildstorm?
Yes, that's right, Wildstorm.
Yeah.
It's a great miniseries. I think it's a 6-issue.
Yeah. I've got they brought out a trade paperback, haven't they? Just recently.
Oh, did they? Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, so I'll see about picking it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that was in trade. I kind of wouldn't mind picking it up too.
Aaron Williams, apparently, by Amazon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Has anybody seen what the new 4 comics from DC are going to be?
No.
Are coming out?
Yeah, they've got 4 more coming out in September.
What are they?
One of them is called Talon, which is coming straight out of the Night of the Owl soon.
Okay.
One of them is Sword and Sorcery. The other one's Phantom Stranger, which is being written by Dan Didio. Is that his name?
Dan Didio.
Yeah, that's it. And the other one's called Team 7.
Huh. Now, is that Sword and Sorcery one from the old, 1970s DC Sword and Sorcery?
Well, it's supposed to have a Beowulf backup story in it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Those old 1970s Sword and Sorcery ones were awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Well, I heard that they're going to have Matt Fraction writing it, though.
Oh, shut up. Poor Matt, Gee whiz.
I'm his biggest hater.
You're going to get an email from him.
He's going to block you on Facebook.
Damn you, Captain!
My bear's gone right into the toilet because of you.
No, I'm pretty sure Fear itself did that.
Fair enough.
Scott LaBelle could still get work after what I say about him. I'm sure Matt Fraction will be able to get work after what you say about him.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. It's easy for us to sit and criticize on the other side of the table, but I'm sure if we had those responsibilities, it would be hard to fill. But I know I can damn well draw better than that friggin' idiot who's doing that Hawkeye comic.
They should get that Fraction and him to do the same book together. It'd be awesome.
Comics for people, comics for blind people. Oh my.
I want to know who this artist is.
I'll tell you, hang on, I'll grab previews.
Who's the artist for what is, sorry?
For Hawkeye. David Aja, I think his name is. AJA. He's actually been around for quite a while. I've seen him do lots of other stuff. But not that bad.
Doesn't care.
Has it got something to do with the fact that Rob Liefeld has got something to do with the comic? Is that why his artwork's so bad?
Does he really have something to do with that book?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that.
What is it?
I wonder if everybody doesn't have like 65 pouches on their belt.
65.
He's got something to do with Grifter, Deathstroke, and Savage Hawkman. I can't remember exactly what he's got to do with them, but he's
making it worse.
Yeah.
He paid money so they put his name on it.
Yeah.
Right. That's I didn't know that. I'm so glad you pointed that out because I just feel better. I feel justified in what I said. Yeah, David Aja has been out there for a while, and I don't know, his stuff didn't look this bad. But you know what? Remember when Lionel Yu started and everybody hated his stuff because it was very sketchy looking? His stuff doesn't look like that anymore. It's way cleaner, and I really like his art now. So maybe there's hope for this guy too.
Yeah. With any luck, as you go on, you should be getting better.
Yeah, you should be getting worse. Unless you have like a palsy or something, you know. Like,
well, didn't you say that Neil Adams stuff has gotten worse?
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, I really believe that, and I like Neil Adams, I really do. But his stuff is looking really the only word I can say is sloppy, and I know that's a horrible word, but it does kind of look like that.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad that you agree too, man. Because I was hoping I wasn't the only one, but it does look really different, doesn't it? Though.
Yeah. Is that the Batman book?
Yeah, the Odyssey, the Batman Odyssey. I really saw a change there, and then with this new 5-part first X-Men series coming out, it looks even worse. Like, it's just really, I don't know how to describe it. Like, if you put it beside his old stuff, it just is really different. Like, Bernie Wrightson is kind of like that too. He used to have such a clean style, and then it got like really kind of sloppy. But now this Frankenstein is like freaking Bernie Wrightson from like the early 70s. It's amazing.
Yes.
But if you've ever read, he did a horror comic called He Said Dead, or Dead Like She Said, or Said Dead, or I don't know what the hell it's called. Anyways, it's called something like that, and the artwork in it was I didn't actually believe it was Bernie Wrightson. Like, it had similarities, but it didn't even look like his style. But this Frankenstein it is Bernie Wrightson. It's the amazing Bernie again, you know.
So Bernie Wrightson we all know and love.
Yeah, exactly. Warzone Spider sent me a print that Bernie Wrightson had done, and he got it signed by Bernie for me. And it is one of the most detailed pictures. I can't imagine how long something like that would have taken him. It's a picture of a guy who is, you can only see his head in the top of a shovel in a hole, and he's like digging up corpses, obviously, to use in experiments, but there are leaves all over the ground, and each leaf is, you can see each and every leaf, and there has to be like 1,000 leaves. It's just amazing.
Wow.
Those are the kind of pictures I just...
Can you come eat dinner? No, I'm working on these leaves here.
I got 622 more leaves to do. Just leave me alone. I did a commission for a guy who wanted a bunch of rabbits and something once. By the time I was done that, I was like, I am never drawing a rabbit again, ever.
What about hair?
Yeah.
Was it, you were saying about the Bernie Wrightson, was it? Did She Said from IDW?
Yeah, she said.
Yeah. That was written by Steve Niles as well, so maybe that's the reason why none of us wanted to pick it up.
That could be. But if you see the interiors of that, boy, oh boy, is it ever different from Bernie's stuff, like other stuff? It's just, maybe some of that's because it's colored, I don't know. But, I mean, the black and white stuff is what everybody really remembers and kind of cherishes from that guy's stuff, right?
Mm. Yeah. So, I know he did something for DC as well, didn't he? Was it Toe Tags with George Romero?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a zombie one, and that was coloured as well, and that didn't look like Bernie Wrightson artwork in it.
Maybe it has a lot to do with the colouring then, eh?
Could do. Could very well do.
I felt the same way with George Perez. You know, from his comics from, the late 70s, 80s. It looks a little different compared to today. For example, the newer Superman issues. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking it might be the coloring, just because everything's probably digital now, especially the inking. That could be it.
Yeah, you're right. I think that has, they always say that, the best art can be ruined horribly by like a bad inker or a bad colorist. So, Perez has such fine lines in all his stuff, so I could really see how that might be the case with his stuff.
Yeah.
He's like one of the nice guys of the comic book world too. He's like just the biggest sweetheart, and his wife is so nice too.
Yeah, when I met him at the Phoenix Comic Con here, he was a really funny, nice guy. Kind of reminded me in like a goofball, but I mean that in good, in a good way. He was really up to beat, really nice, and I really enjoyed talking to him. He was a cool guy.
Was his wife there doing belly dancing and stuff?
No, it was just him.
Oh, she normally goes with him, and they do like belly dancing. They teach people how to belly dance and stuff. Like she's really, and they're older, and she's like in really good shape. Like it's kind of cool to see them doing that kind of stuff.
Really? Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah. Jeremy Dale and his wife, they've done a lot of like G.I. Joe comics and Tellus comics and stuff like that. They are pretty good friends with George and his wife, and they had sent me all these pictures of like all this belly dancing. I'm like, why are you sending me pictures of like these old women belly dancing? and he's like, this is George Prez's wife, and I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know if you're trying to blackmail me or like, I don't know if you're I'm not in these pictures. Like, I'm not sending you nothing, man.
Do you guys know who Gerald Wood is?
No.
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 He does these Star Wars. He does Star Wars art. He was at that show that I went to last weekend, and man, I didn't actually buy anything from him, but because there was like swarms of kids around him, so I was like, oh, I'll just stay away. I don't want to stand in line, push little kids out of the way just to look at some Star Wars art. But I saw some of his stuff, and it was like really amazing. Like just, I don't know why he just says Star Wars art, but
does he do like actual stuff for like the comics and stuff?
I don't know. I didn't actually talk to him because he was like, engulfed with people, and I didn't like waiting in line. I'm not a line waiter. It's like, if I can't just walk up to you, I'm probably not going to hear that.
Oh, okay. I see some of his art on that link you sent. He's pretty good. I like that Boba Fett one.
Oh man, he did this one Darth Vader one. It was awesome. And Princess Leia. The Princess Leia one was pretty hot. With the, oh man.
Did she have the buns?
Yeah.
That's hot, man. I don't know. I know that that's kind of weird in an Amish way, but I think that's hot.
And she had, the bikini on or whatever.
Oh, the bikini one. Okay.
With the buns.
The buns. But you can't help but have buns with a bikini on. I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I love that picture for that pre-state Comic-Con, though.
Yeah, that's cool. With the guy punching the other guy in the mouth.
Oh, that one is awesome too.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the other one? Yeah.
Yeah, the other one. That was last year's, and they had T-shirts, and I reluctantly didn't buy one. And that was probably the second stupidest thing I've ever done. If they have T-shirts this year, I'm definitely buying one. He's that guy though. He's a famous Kansan.
Who is he?
I can't think of his name right this second. Give me a second. Dang it.
Kind of looks like a really old Chuck Norris.
Wait a second. I'll go in the other room.
Yeah, go on, get. Are you guys looking forward to that new He-Man series that's coming out?
No.
Not really. You don't like He-Man? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, dude, I really love He-Man, but back in the 80s, not now.
Why? Because it's juvenile? Is that what you're saying?
No, nothing like that. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just not into that kind of stuff anymore, you know? But don't get wrong.
You hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying I hate it. It's just, I'll probably not even pick it up. I'll just pass it along. I'm not really into modern day He-Man. But I am waiting for the Transformers, though. I guess the starting off point from when the 80s, where it left off. I'm waiting for that to come out.
I'm amazed. I mean, Transformers are still absolutely huge in the comic book world. I mean, they really are.
Which is really amazing, in my opinion, because I just don't like Transformers.
Well, I like I kind of see it the same way Rick does. Like, I like it. Like, I love the cartoons, and I liked, all that kind of stuff, but I don't really follow the comics or anything. But it's the same with Star Wars. Like, it has a huge following in the comic book industry, but I'm not into that either, but I love the movies. Ghostbusters is probably about the only comic really out of the the cartoon and toy line stuff that I really kind of like.
Yeah, that picture though, it's John Brown, who was a abolitionist who did a anti-slavery thing in Kansas and throughout the country in the slave days.
Oh, okay, so that's why they give him the lightsaber then.
Yeah. Well, I also sent you a link, and it has the painting that's in the Kansas State Capitol with the old rifle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at that one yet.
The first comic book I bought was actually a Transformers one.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Must have been last year, I suppose.
Or was it the one of the new ones, or?
I don't have any idea.
Just had big robots up.
Yeah. No.
Transformers, they've been...
Sorry, go.
That's right. I was going to say Transformers, they've been published by quite a few different companies by now, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Was it Dreamweaver?
No, that was Gary. That was Gary Wright.
Was it?
Had to throw a music reference in there real quick.
I finally got that.
I'm just going to Google that, hang on a second.
It's not a podcast unless I can get some musical friggin' thing in there real quick. Yesterday it went right over everybody's head, and I felt like such an old bastard.
Yeah, what was the joke yesterday?
I don't even remember now because I'm old. So.
Going back to the Star Wars comics, though, I got one the other week, Dawn of the Jedi, number 1, and just watching the movies and stuff, I really enjoy. But then I get into the comics and I go all these different areas and worlds and like planets, and it just confused the hell out of me.
Yeah, they can be a little intimidating because there's so much backstory to all those now, right?
Mm.
That's why I like sometimes just reading Avengers X-Men. Where nothing makes sense.
Well, they're getting a little crazy now too because now, G-Force was in the end of that book, so. So you got that because you watched that too, didn't you?
Yeah. But which one's Kyo?
Namor.
What was the ding ding?
Imperious Rex. Ba-doo-doo.
I take it Colossus is tiny then.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's good stuff right there. You should be writing for comics, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's a book coming out from Image called Planetoid that I'm looking forward to as well. I think the basis of it is just like this entire planet is like a mechanoid kind of place, and there's a human that gets stranded on it or something. But it does kind of look like a neat comic book. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about that.
No. One week at a time.
Have you seen the cover for Saga number 6? That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what Saga 4 looks like.
Transformers Infiltration was the first one, by the way. I just found it.
Oh, okay, yeah, Infiltration, I remember that. That's a mini, isn't it? A mini series?
Yeah. I got that for 50p. So, but
Oh wow.
that was a Howler Mouse.
The Howler Mouse special. How many different issues to Walking Dead number 100 are you guys all getting?
600.
Are you talking about
the most I can get is only 8. So I'm getting 8.
I think there's 7. Is this 7?
I'm not
getting
the 1 in 100 or the 1 in 200 because those are just too much money. But I'm getting the other ones.
If you go to a Stadium Comics, they're giving like a deal out or something like that. I don't remember what it is, but on the website.
Yeah, it's like $35, isn't it? Something like that.
Oh, that's a good deal.
I think.
How many covers are you getting for the new Mars Attacks comic that's coming out?
I want that box set. Like it's what, $200?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I would love. I think we talked about that, you and I would love to buy that big box set with all of them in it. Oh man,
That'd be cool. Especially seeing that the box actually looks like the old style display box that the actual cards come in.
Yeah, exactly. It's just awesome, man. I see that kind of stuff and I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter how much it is. I want that.
Yeah. I don't need to eat this month.
Yeah. My wife's like, remember, we had to get a new So did I tell you that whole thing? I mean, you guys have seen the health updates and stuff. My heart's been all freaking out. So Friday, we were in, what was it? I don't know. Anyways, we were in a town about a half an hour from here, and my heart started flipping out, so we had to get back to the hospital. So we were 1 block from the hospital. We were parked at a red light. I could see the hospital. And doesn't this chick smash into the back of our car going like 50 and frickin' wrote the car off. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, we just got done paying for the car and, you know, it gets written off and I'm like, now we gotta go back into car payments and stuff, but doesn't it always seem to be like that's just the way it goes? I mean, that's the closest I came to strangling a woman in a long time. Well, a couple weeks. You know. Like, man. But anyway.
You just don't need
it happens like that, man.
What's that?
It happens. I mean, I've had a few instances like that also. And my instance was a couple years ago. I got T-boned in one of my old vehicles, and I barely finished paying it off, and it was marked almost as just totaled, but it required, because I guess the insurance I had at that time, I had like a $1,000 deductible.
Okay.
And yeah, I had a few speeding incidents, but this one wasn't my fault. Anyways, it T-boned my truck, and I had to pay $1,000 bucks. And so at that time, it's like, man, I just finished paying off my truck. I'm barely out of college. I'm still paying off my loans. What am I going to do? I need a truck. I need to get a job. And so I had to sell off a bunch of old figurine collections just to pay off, you know, just to get my truck out. And a few months later, the truck ended up just dying, and the warranty wouldn't cover it because they said, oh, it wasn't related to the accident. So I had to get a whole new vehicle. My collection gone. I had my truck gone. Had to start paying more payments for another car. So I can see where you're coming from, man.
It always, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's not really like this, but it always seems to happen like at the worst time. You know, it's never like, you know, I won $50,000 and then the next day, you know, I found Amazing Fantasy number 15 for $1 in a bin, and you know, it never happens on the heels of that. You know, it's like, oh, you know, I think I had a heart attack. You know, my cat got run over. You know, I fell down the stairs and knocked all my teeth out. and then it's like, oh, the car's gone, It's like, man.
Yeah.
But oh well. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
I've cried all my tears, so now there's nothing but dryness.
Was it the same car of the kids that beat the heck out?
Yeah.
That car gets no
little
whatsoever.
Those little bastard kids friggin' vandalized. I think it was 130 cars one night, and ours was one of them. And those kids got off. They caught 2 of them, and they wouldn't rat on their friends, but they still caught 2 of them, and they still let those kids off. I'll never understand, why they do that. I always got in trouble when I vandalized stuff.
How old were the kids?
They were over 13. So I'm not sure though. One was 12, I think, and one was 13. So
I think Canada has real weird laws with children and crimes, don't they?
Yeah, the only time you really, you can't take pictures of them naked because you'll go to jail. But it seems like they can get away with anything. That didn't really come out right.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, what I meant was, as far as them getting away with stuff, they always say, because of the Young Offenders Act, once they're a certain age, they get tried as an adult. But I don't see that here. I really don't. They get away with murder. So.
Well, they do. We watched this one show. I don't know. But, anyways, they'll always have, these weird, twisted tales of people getting murdered or whatever. And, you'll come to find out it took place in Canada, and they can't even use, these people's real names because it's protected by law, under Canadian law or whatever, and all this. So, they're these people, got, 5 years for murdering their whole family, and they could be living right beside you.
Yeah. That's true. It seems to happen a lot here, and a lot of it happens out west. So I don't know. Must be something about the hippies out there.
Well, they're smoking.
Yeah, something smoking.
Too darn cold. That's why.
Yeah. Well.
Those crappy issues of Avengers versus X-Men. Saves their heads.
Yeah. People read that, snap, kill their whole family with a cigarette lighter. I've seen it happen.
I still remember in this country when if you did something wrong and you got caught by a policeman, you used to get a clip round the ear by the policeman. And then you'd get taken home, and you'd get a clip round the ear by your parent as well. And if you didn't, the policeman would have a go at your parent.
Right.
And nowadays...
those days are long gone.
Yeah. Nowadays, the police can't even touch them without getting done for it, so...
Yeah. I still think, I think they should do it like they do in Australia, when you don't want somebody to do something wrong, or if you don't want, if you're trying to keep coyotes off of your property, then you shoot one and you hang it on the fence so the other ones won't come near your property. I think they should have shot those 2 kids and hung them on a lamppost somewhere. And then, it might be a little strong, but my car wouldn't have got damaged again.
I think that lady still would have ran right in the back of your car.
She might have, yeah. But then we would have shot her and hung her on a post somewhere, and maybe we just have a whole lot of dead carcasses all over the city.
That would
There'd be people like, what's this one supposed to represent? I don't remember. I think this is if you throw slushy straws on the ground, so, yeah.
Slushy straws.
We kind of got off on the comics.
Shooting people. Hanging them on.
Sorry, I got doing Mega City 1.
Got off on a bunny trail. Could have been the medicine. I don't know. I'm on Percocets for my for my everything.
Right. So we've been going about an hour and a half now. Oh, it didn't feel like that though.
No, it didn't, did it?
Goes by pretty fast.
I think next week, if it's okay with everyone, if we go like an hour earlier, then
What? An hour earlier?
You up at 9?
What?
There's a 9 a.m.?
Yeah. Does that even really happen?
goes back that far.
He'll still have a beer in his hand at 9.
I know, I've got one in there now.
Oh, man.
No, it's good. Same time next week.
Yeah, sounds good. Unless I'm in the hospital.
Oh, don't say that, man.
Oh, no, I gotta go in to get, I will be getting some kind of procedure, so I just don't know when. So barring that, I'll be here.
Didn't you say they're gonna explode your heart or something that's gonna fix it?
No.
You said something about like they explode or shock or like one region of the heart.
Oh no, they put like some kind of a wire up through my artery into my heart, and then they gotta find where it's beating quick, and then they shock that part. I'm not gonna explode it. I definitely won't be here next week.
Send a tiny little depth charge up there, it'll be fine.
So are you going to be like Jason Statham in Crank 2 now?
No. I couldn't do 99% of the things that he did.
Oh. We were talking about that. That is the worst movie I've ever seen at the theater.
Well, thanks a lot, Jay, for having us.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Especially I'm not going to be able to make it next week. Because I'm going to... Sorry about that. I'm going to be in Switzerland.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Mark's not coming, I'm not coming.
Oh no, you've got to come.
Everybody's going to bail. Jay will be like, where the hell is everybody? What are you going to be doing in Switzerland, man? I hope it has something to do with chocolate and blondes.
Chocolate, possibly. I don't think my girlfriend will allow me to do anything with blondes.
Oh, geez, right. I don't.
No, that's fine. But yeah, just enjoying the sights there and taking it easy.
Nice.
Yeah, but I should be around the week after next Sunday, the week after Sunday.
Cool.
Well, hopefully you'll have some great, awesome stories about Switzerland.
Yeah, but time I got attacked by a yak or something. Do they have yaks in Switzerland? I don't know.
A yak gouging.
I think what we'll have to do is all the bits we recorded at the start before we actually went and properly started, we have to put those into a compilation as well.
All the bloopers and stuff.
Yeah.
All the smeg ups.
Smeg ups, yeah, perfect.
I like how on we talked about for a little bit making a song for my podcast, so we never got around to.
Oh, what the Merry Marvel Marching Band? Is that what it's called?
Podcast. You could play like harmonica. I could play harmonica with my nose. I mean,
Well, that kind of reminds me of like Doc and Hallett when he used to have that song or whatever at the beginning of his videos.
oh yeah.
And weirdly enough, you kind of like that song.
Yeah. His wife sang that, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, I think so. I have no idea what
I was hoping to be able to get a hold of like Lemmy from Motorhead and see if he would do a song for us, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe Gary Wright will do one.
Too bad I can't get the Beastie Boys too.
Well, there's only two left.
Yeah. Too bad.
Maybe we could get the Beastie Boys to join the Bee Gees now.
Oh, yeah. You can call them the Bee Gee Boys. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. The Bee Gees.
Oh, I can just imagine some of the songs that they could do. That'd be great.
Sign a petition.
Yes.
I'll sign it. I'll sign anything.
Okay. So, I think we'll end it here. I need to go and eat, because...
Okay.
And, yeah. So I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Me and Mark will be going to bed in a couple of hours, so... You've all got...
Different rooms, obviously.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
Am I getting predictable already? That's terrible. It's only been one podcast. Damn. I'll never be able to show my face.
I'm out of here. I gotta go and do some sitting around or something, so.
Sounds good.
I'll talk to you guys all later.
Okay,
Fantastic.
See you guys.
See you later.
See you later, boys.